Well, I finally found time to get back to my reviews of Space 1999. Oh, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, what the hell?
Well, of course, I've mostly, mocked the show.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that was unfair.
It's really, the whole premise is pretty stupid.
What?
But,
come on, that's not being nice.
A lot of things about it, the sets are actually pretty decent.
Well, there you
Some
go.
of the effects are pretty good, especially when you consider the time.
Well, there you go,
made.
yeah.
And then suddenly, the money ran out and the effects aren't so good.
Well,
which
that
really
happens.
it shows up more when your overall presentation is pretty good, and then all of a sudden you've got cheap crap floating around. But, well, that being said, the biggest problem for Space 1999 is the whole premise, the idea of the moon being blasted out of the orbit from some event is not necessarily ridiculous.
No, it isn't.
Something
It can
like
happen.
that possibly could happen.
Yeah.
But once it starts to come in contact with other worlds, which they do repeatedly, the gravitational force of that planet would capture the moon.
Well,
within
how do
its
you know
orbit,
those planets might have been smaller?
then that's where they'd be. They'd have to make a life on that planet if it could support them. So,
well,
that's just one aspect of it. Anyway.
Oh, come on. You made a
So
real
this
stickler for
episode was
details.
called The End of Eternity.
What? It doesn't end.
And for all intents and purposes, it's not that bad. The plot of it is pretty interesting.
Well, there you go.
And a lot of the aspects of it is fine. It's actually probably one of the better episodes that they did.
Well.
The problem is the villain and his appearance.
Oh, good Lord. What is it?
He wears this pantsuit thing. At first, I thought he was just wearing a black robe, but no, it's a pantsuit.
It was the 70s. Come on.
Ridiculous. It's all black and everything. And he's supposed to be taller than the average human, so he's clearly not just walking on platform shoes. I think he's walking on stilts.
Well.
And occasionally you can tell that's what he's doing.
Well, so what?
But basically the plot is
he's
this immortal being, and they find him trapped in some kind of, basically a prison cell inside an asteroid, and they're investigating it. And they find him, and when they open the door, it explodes. It was booby-trapped because he was never supposed to be released. There's all this alien symbols on the door, obviously were warning signs, but they didn't understand what it was. And when they get inside, they believe, oh no, we've injured him, and so they rush him back to their sick bay or what have you. But inside his room was all these paintings of just horrific scenery.
Well, he's an artist.
Of torture and fear and all that. Well, that should have been their first clue.
Well, it's interpretive.
And of course,
subjective.
He's a serial killer. He likes to torture people, and that's
my God.
why his people locked him in there.
Oh, my God.
They achieved immortality, so they couldn't kill him.
Oops.
So they just locked him in this rock. Apparently for 1,000 or so years. So if he was crazy to begin with, imagine how he is now.
Well, yeah.
So that's the deal. And of course, he's invulnerable. They can't kill him and all this stuff. He heals fast and he's super strong. And they're like, oh no, he says, I'm just going to torture all of you. And eventually they come up with a plan to trap him in an airlock and throw him into space, which they do. So now he's drifting out there in his ridiculous pantsuit for all eternity in space. So
it's called fashion.
There you go. That's the review of the episode. As it turns out, once again, Power Records did an adaptation of it. What Power Records was this thing in the 70s where it came with a record and they would do an audio play of the story, and you got a comic book with it. So they did an adaptation of Star Trek as well, and Planet of the Apes, and then a couple of the superheroes, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man.
But no Captain Marvel.
The $6 Million Man had one too. So
the what?
In Space 1999, there's a couple of those. I thought I had heard all of them, but apparently no, there's one more. It was the adaptation of this story. So I guess, hey, let's play that so you'll get a better idea of the story for your listening pleasure.
All right, let's get to it.
Ooh. We are with a landing party from Moonbase Alpha as the group explores a small asteroid somewhere in the outer reaches of the galaxy. They gaze intently at a strange rock formation looming up ahead. As Commander John Koenig
that's what an asteroid is.
Baxter, all set?
Charge is in position, Commander.
Okay, keep down, everyone.
Blow it.
This is a pretty lackluster explosion.
Yeah.
Look,
A metal door hidden in the side of the rock.
Well, why were they blowing it up if they didn't know that was in there?
Somebody was or is on this asteroid. What do you make of these symbols on the door?
Let me take a closer look.
They're
Put a
alien.
light on it. Now, let's see.
The door's opening. The light must have activated a hidden mechanism.
Some kind of tunnel inside.
Yeah. Let's
Wow.
go in. Follow me.
Sure. Wow, it's got some
Another
pretty
door
nice
up
floors,
Those
doesn't it?
symbols again.
Inside
Throw a light
the
on it
asteroid.
and see what happens.
Didn't work this time.
Stand back. I'm going to fire my laser at it.
Sure, why not? Another
It was
lackluster
booby
explosion.
trapped. Anybody hurt? Victor?
See,
Carter,
that just
you
goes to
okay?
show
Okay,
guns
Commander.
were never the
Lefty was a
answer,
bit
even
shook up.
ray
His eyes
guns.
seemed to just a little dizziness. I'll be okay.
Look.
Oh, you better
a
get that
room
checked out.
Carved out of solid rock.
Very interesting.
It's because it's all rock. It's an asteroid.
Victor, those pictures on the walls.
Pictures of horror, terror, torture.
Positively psychopathic.
Commander, quick, over here.
There's your clue.
A humanoid. Unconscious.
The blast really got him. Those wounds on his face and
They
body.
just
he
assume
can't
he's a
possibly survive in
humanoid.
that
You know,
condition.
the
Wait a
proper
minute.
pronouns
He's still
is
breathing,
they,
Victor.
them.
There's a chance to save him. Let's bandage him up and get him back to Alpha. Fast.
A few
good
hours
thing we
later
had
in the
some
medical center,
bandages
Dr.
laying
Helena
around.
Russell is removing the blood-soaked bandages from the alien's face.
Ew!
John, his face, it's unmarked.
3 hours ago, his face was an unrecognizable mess.
It looked
If I
like
believed in
ground
miracles,
beef.
I'd say this was one for sure.
I'm going to do some computer analyses of these blood stains and skin fragments on the bandages.
Yeah. You might have checked that
Now,
out
let's
for
see what we've
pathogens
got.
to begin with, but
Cell growth rate of damaged tissue 100 times human rate. Cell growth rate of normal tissue 0. Cell decay rate of normal tissue 0.
Helena,
wow.
do those figures
Might want to
mean
keep
what
that
I
on
think they
file.
mean?
They mean this man could live on indefinitely. Theoretically, at least, he's immortal.
Immortal. A man of his
You
size?
mean
He could be dangerous.
forever?
Paul?
Main mission here.
That's what it
Paul,
means.
I want a 24-hour security watch on the alien in medical center. No one is to approach him at any time.
Okay, Commander.
You might
Helena,
catch his
I want
immortality.
a report on any change in his condition. I'll be in main mission.
Man. Of course, in the 70s,
As
they all
Dr.
wore
Russell
platform
tends to other
shoes.
patients
So.
in another area, leaving 2 security men guarding the door, the alien's eyes snap open. He
Oops.
gets up, looks about, walks to the door, opens it, and starts
Takes a
walking
leap,
past the
'cause
security
he
guards
knows-
as though they weren't there.
Probably has to take
Hey,
a
you
dump,
can't
too.
leave here. Look at the
Why do you
size
always
of
gotta
it.
go
They
there?
attempt to stop him, but he picks them up as though they were rag dolls and slams them to the floor. Striding past their unconscious bodies, he disappears down the corridor.
I
One
can't
of the
believe I'm
guards
getting my
regains
ass handed
consciousness
to
and
me
calls
by a
main
guy in a pantsuit.
Commander, the alien is loose on Alpha. Repeat, the alien
Whoops.
is loose on Alpha. He's a giant, incredibly strong and dangerous.
Oh.
Paul, send out red alert.
That's their
Carl,
sound
who's that?
effects for the red
Yes,
alert.
located.
A school bell?
Recess, everybody.
Security. All guards to Assembly Area D. Carter, follow me.
Here he is, Commander.
He's already knocked out half our men. Use your laser.
Shall we face him?
That's
Let's both fire at once.
that's their laser
Now.
sounds?
Yeah.
Bounce his way off.
Wait. Please, I must talk to you.
Hold
he
your
speaks
fire and
English?
stand back,
Yeah.
everyone. Okay, let's
How does he
talk.
do that?
I am
I-
John Koenig,
I don't know, he
commander
just
of Moonbase
does.
Alpha. Who are
But
you?
they already demonstrated
My
the
name
symbols
is
on the door
Baylor,
was some sort of alien
citizen of the
language.
planet
I know, but
Probron.
well,
Why did you attack my men?
It was your guards who attacked me. I was only defending myself.
Good point.
Yes, perhaps you're
Yeah.
right. And I apologize for our
It's
actions.
self-defense.
Tell us about yourself. How did you recover from your wounds so fast? And why didn't our lasers affect you?
I am.
I'm a vegetarian,
scientist.
and I work out
I
a lot.
discovered how to eliminate the aging process from living tissue. My body is therefore indestructible, immortal.
Immortal?
Exactly. And I gave
yeah,
the
you
gift
already
of
discovered that.
immortality
Remember,
to
your
the
doctor
Probron.
told you.
Disease,
Immortal?
envy, greed, strife, all were eliminated.
Apparently, the
But we
captain
found
doesn't
you
understand
imprisoned
what
on an
that is.
asteroid. What happened?
Without anything to strive for, our people became apathetic, corrupt. Our civilization began to decay, and I was held responsible.
You? Why?
Apparently, they never discovered
To eliminate
Pornhub.
death is to eliminate life. Because I took away that which gives life meaning, they imprisoned me and left me to suffer eternal solitude.
Oh
while
boy,
I
that's
died.
gratitude for you. No
That
good
was
deed
1,000
goes
years
unpunished.
ago.
1,000 years? And you are...
Yes,
1,000
I
years.
am over 1,000 years old. Most of them spend in that
There,
little
your second
on the
clue.
asteroid.
The guy would have to be
Now,
insane
I
by
belong
now.
nowhere and to no one, but thanks to you, I have a second chance. All I ask is sanctuary.
You're
There
welcome to
you
stay
go.
with us.
Yes, that's
Paul,
right.
show Bell
He's a
to the guest
refugee,
quarters.
and he needs
Thank you.
compassion, understanding, empathy.
How can you have empathy for an
Later,
immortal?
in Commander Koenig's office.
You
What do
fake
you
it.
think, Victor?
Oh,
I'm inclined to believe him.
I believe him too.
Well, I gave Connor orders to have computer keep a check on his movements, just in case.
computer?
Just in case.
So the computer's
the
name
thing that
is
bothers me is
computer?
those pictures of horror and terror and torture.
What would
they
you
have
call
nothing
it?
to do with
I
what he
don't
told
know.
us.
He was on that asteroid a long time.
Mac?
Maybe he did them himself.
Or maybe they were put there to remind him of something. Something
Good
he
Lord.
hasn't told us about.
Commander, computer reports that Baylor
Gee, I
has
wonder
just
what
entered
it could
Mike
be.
Baxter's quarters.
Thanks, Connor. Mike Baxter.
The only one injured on the asteroid, grounded because of eye damage.
What does Baylor want with him?
Oh, yeah, a little
I'm going
side
down there
plot.
myself. Mike,
You can never sneak up on anybody.
He was here, but he's not. What did he?
But before he can finish his sentence, Koenig is viciously attacked and knocked unconscious by Baxter. Raving mad, eyes staring wildly.
It's pretty
gone completely
brutal.
berserk.
He's all bloody
Standing
and
above
stuff.
the blood-soaked Koenig, he is about to strike a final death blow when he suddenly
And then he
screams,
grabs this toy
clutches his
airplane
head,
in the
collapses
show,
and
and,
dies.
well, you don't want to
A
know
look
where
of
that went.
indescribable
Oh,
pain on
come
his
on.
face.
They didn't do that.
Later, in main mission,
Baxter nearly killed me. There's blood all over my clothes.
Baxter?
But look at me.
Not a mark.
Oh, yeah, it really
And the
messed up your
expression on
uniform. That's the
Baxter's
worst
face.
part.
Where have we seen that before?
The pictures on the asteroid. Helena, has computer completed the autopsy report?
Yes, here it is.
Isn't it the computer? I don't...
Subject Michael Baxter. Life functions terminated. Cause of death,
Whoops.
rapidly mutating brain cells.
Ew.
Stimulating brain growth beyond human capacity.
Oh.
Rapid cell growth causing Baxter's death.
So he
Rapid
died of
cell
brain cancer?
rejuvenation causing my wounds to heal. The look of
Holy
terror
crap,
on
so now the
Baxter's face.
commander is
It all
immortal.
points to one man.
Quite right, Commander.
Whoops!
Why are you doing these things? What is the motivation behind it all?
Very simple.
I'm a sick psychopath.
Pleasure.
I'm even more crazy now that I've been locked away for
Pleasure?
1,000 years.
Out of pain?
I mean, didn't you see my paintings? I mean, come on.
They were put there to remind you
And
of
look
what
how I'm
you
dressed.
did to your
Oh,
own
now
people.
stop that.
Right again, Commander.
You want that
But
suit,
1,000
don't you,
years of
Lefty?
reflection have made
Maybe.
me remember my crimes with pleasure. When you released me, you found me hungry for pain.
I guess so, after
Careful,
1,000
John.
years.
He's a psychopath.
You
What
probably
do you
could have
want with
just
me?
satisfied him
With
with
Alpha?
with a Big Mac.
Oh, I have plans, Commander. But things will remain as they are for now, with just one change. You will
What?
take your orders from me.
No way.
Then you will see the consequences of your refusal. And I shall have pleasure as never before.
Ew.
We'll
Yeah.
stop you somehow.
How? You can't kill me.
Well, I'm scared
I'm
now.
indestructible.
within minutes,
That's
reports
not
of death and
funny.
destruction pour into
Man,
main
the whole
mission.
situation's kind of funny because it's so stupid.
Well,
Research calling main mission. Laboratory equipment smashed.
Uh-oh.
Medical here. Orderly Marissa Wells
Stuff's
has
pretty
been
expensive.
murdered.
Especially since they can't replace it.
Yes, but how?
I've got an idea. Paul,
Really?
where is Baylor now?
First time
Last
for everything.
report, vicinity of Area B.
Call all our people out of there and seal off the area.
All
You probably should have done that in the
evacuate
first
Area 2.
place.
All personnel evacuate Area 2.
What's your plan, John?
I'm going down there and face him myself. Lure him into airlock B and... Paul, when I give you the signal,
I forgot that part
you know
of the
what to
plan.
do.
Yes, sir.
But, John, he'll tear you apart.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but there's no other way.
Within
Okay.
minutes, Commander Koenig is making his way carefully through Area B, knowing that Baylor is following, not far behind. Reaching
Baylor.
the last door down
Baylor's
the
gonna
corridor, he
bail.
pulls down the sign over it, a sign reading Airlock B, and heights
that should've-
moving just
oh.
inside the open door.
See, they thought
he takes
that
out his
through.
compass.
They took the little sticker off the door. They do that in the show, too.
Check, Commander.
So that what's-his-face, who apparently can speak and read English,
Baylor!
wouldn't realize this is an airlock.
There you are, Koenig. Ready to take orders?
Take
Ready to get
orders?
on your
No
knees
way.
and,
I'm
well,
gonna
you
take
know.
you.
oh my God.
Shooter. Oh, it's going to be a pleasure to take you apart. Despite
Oh, my God.
And Baylor lunges at Koenig, now standing inside the airlock. But Koenig jumps aside, and Baylor stumbles past him, losing
Whoops.
his balance momentarily. In
Yeah,
that
he lost
moment,
his
Koenig
balance
races through
because
the door and closes it behind him.
he's in those
Leaving Baylor
platform
locked
shoes.
inside the airlock.
It's still...
Morrow presses
Oh,
a button.
no.
The outside door of the airlock opens, and there is a great rush of air as Baylor is drawn out into the vacuum of space. and the end of his immortality.
And that's it.
A little
Alpha
while later
wiped
in
its
main
ass
mission,
of
Professor
Baylor.
Bergman is standing in front of the computer as Koenig approaches.
So he's all in one piece.
Symbols on the door to Baylor's prison on the asteroid.
Yes, Victor. What about them?
I asked computer to analyze the photographs we took of them. Kano, let's hear the results.
Oh, God.
Danger, psychopath, living.
Now you tell me.
Oh, yeah, all people murdered, but let's all laugh about it. Yeah. That's how they always ended shows in the 70s, you know?
Oh my God, that's horrible. I mean, good God. I mean, they had a computer to read that thing all along, and it never occurred to them. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, it's pretty stupid. Yeah. And there's so many unanswered questions.
Well, like what?
I mean, well, the guy used his powers to regenerate the commander, and so he could keep torturing him, you know, which I don't know why he just killed the guy who had the eye injury when he could have revived him too, so he could keep torturing him.
Yeah.
He just wants to keep on torturing people. But the thing of it is, he revived the commander, so I think that means the commander is immortal. All the other crew will die out, and he's stuck on that moon all by himself until some other aliens find him, and he'll be insane by then and probably torture them too. So maybe that's the ultimate fate of Space 1999, but, well, I guess we'll never know.
It's probably for the best.